So I just got done watching all 3 seasons of Squid Games, and I'm here to rank all 3 seasons and tell you my thoughts on them in this video. So let's get into it. Welcome into Grimm's Case of Horror. My name is Grimm. This is your new haven for all things horror movie related and TV show related. And today I'm going to be ranking all 3 seasons of Squid Games, with the season 3 just coming out, I think last week. And I've been looking forward for this third season to see the second half of season 2. It's basically season 2.5, if you will. But yeah, let's get right into it. And if you don't know what Squid Games is, let me tell you that right now. Squid Games is the series that follows Seong Ji-hun. Is a South Korean series, which I watch it dubbed. I know a lot of people watch it subbed, but I actually enjoy watching it dubbed. It's how I usually watch shows and movies that are international, if dubbed is available. But the story follows Seong Ji-hun, a down-on-his-luck chauffeur drowning in debt, who receives a mysterious invitation to compete in a series of childhood games for a massive cash prize. Alongside 455 other contestants, he's transported to a secret facility where losing a game means death. Like, if you lose the games, you're out. You're out of life. As the games progress from red light, green light to Squid Game itself, allies form, betrayals unfold, and the true cost of desperation is revealed. And starting off with what I think is the worst of the seasons. I hate using the word worst because I do enjoy it a lot, but it's just the weakest of the 3, and that is Squid Game season 3, which is brutal and emotionally charged, finale that ties up the series with a philosophical weight and gut-wrenching ending. As we see, season 3 picks up immediately after the failed rebellion in season 2, and Ji-hun is in grief of his best friend who got killed because of them trying to rebel, and he's just emotionally shattered and is forced to continue playing in these games. Introduces 3 new challenges: hide and seek, jump rope, and sky Squid Game. And the emotional core of the season revolves around Ji-hun, who is in grief but then has to like get out of his grief and out of himself to protect Jun-hee's newborn baby, which she gave birth in hide and seek in. And the baby ultimately becomes the winner of the games after games. And yeah, I just feel like this season it just was drawn out way too long. Like, I like the pacing in season 2, but season 3, I just feel like they tried to spread it out into a third season. It just did not work. I feel like they should have just could have just shortened it and just put it with season 2. It made no sense to make this a third season. It should have just been with season 2 from the get-go. But I guess it's like it might have just been Netflix wanting to make it out of 2 seasons instead of season 2 being the finale. But yeah, that's probably my little nitpick about this, and just the decisions that the characters make throughout this ending, especially Ji-hun in the final act, where he didn't press the button that was right by his feet to start the round of Squid Games, and because he was too distracted with trying to kill the crypto scammer. I forgot his name. And yeah, it just bothered me. Why wouldn't you? It was right there. There were just some other decisions that just made me kind of annoyed while watching this third season. They're just but yeah, the death of Jun-hee, that was sad. Who plays the pregnant contestant, is just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking seeing her death, as she has a fractured ankle and she's not able to play the jump rope game, so she decides to end her life and she gives her baby to Ji-hun to take across to the end. And yeah, I was reading through her throughout season 2 and season 3. It's I was emotional throughout that whole thing, with my least favorite character being Myung-ji, who is the crypto scammer and basically the baby daddy of Jun-hee, and his his descent into like the villain is chilling. And like if you're on his side, if you're up an apologist for Myung-ji, why he was literally about to kill his own child, a baby, for money. Like I can't I don't know how you can like defend that. Like, and also we see the death of, and then we also have Park Ju Young, who plays No Yul, who is quietly powerful as the guard who defies the system to save a player. And her arc is one of the most interesting in my opinion throughout this whole show. And then also we also get the twist of Hyunju being killed off, and Hyunju was like another one of my favorite characters throughout this whole season, where I got really invested into her story and to seeing her exceed everyone else. And I really thought she was going to make it till the end, but Myung-ji just had to be reckless and kill her, and that just, yeah, like I hate Myung-ji. Like, if I had to rate season 3, I'd probably give it an A-, B+, somewhere around that. Moving into second place, we have season 1, where season 1 is just a masterclass in suspense, social commentary, and character-driven storytelling, as it's where this whole show began, and how it went viral, because it's entertaining, it's intense, but it's also simple at the same time. And as we see these contestants who are financially ruined and who are desperate for some money, so they join these games, find out like you'll die if you continue playing these games, so they leave, and then they're like, well we either stay broke or die. What's worse? So they go back into the games. And the one thing I really love about season 1 specifically is, like, by the end we see Ji-hun, who wins the games, but he's just so, he doesn't use the money at all. And we see a time jump where he's homeless himself. He lives homeless. His mother dies when he returns. He finds his mother dead in their apartment, and it's just such an emotional. It's so emotional. Like it's like you feel for him, and you see him like spiral into this darkness, where he doesn't know what to do. He goes and gets Sae-byuk's little brother, and basically has Sang-woo's like mother adopt him. Yeah, and it's just so heartbreaking. And what does he do by the end? He's about to go see his daughter, go be with her, but instead he turns around and he decides to try and end these games. He tries to do something in the name of Sang-woo, or specifically for Sae-byuk, I believe, because he doesn't want anyone having to go through what he went through. Because at the end of the day, was the money really worth it? Like, he's emotionally scarred. He has trauma now from all that. And, like, at the end of the day, did he really win, or did he lose by the end? Because it's either you win the money, but you lose yourself at the end of the day. It's like, and I really love that contrast that we see by the end. And how Lee Jung-jae, like, transforms from someone who is so enthusiastic and so animated from the beginning of the season, who's a gambling addict and so like almost like immature, but then by the end you just see him so dark and so like serious and like cold, and just that contrast of the two, we see him grow, we see his character evolve, and I just love seeing character arcs like that, especially when we get to season 3, like I talked about before. But yeah, but the difference between the other seasons, season 2, the difference between the other seasons and season 1, the pacing is more tight, is more fast paced, which keeps you engaged, keeps you entertained, and keeps you like kind of like in the action, with each episode ending on a cliffhanger or emotional beat. But the reason this season 1 is in second place is because I feel like in season 2, in first place, it's easier to get connected to connect with the characters and like get and feel attached to them. I feel like there's higher stakes, and we see some of the results to that in season 3 with some of the deaths. But I really love the build up that season 2 does with that, and especially at the beginning of season 2. Well, first place is season 2. Let me just get that out of the bat. First place is season 2, And yeah, I just feel like season 2 does some of the things better in my opinion than season 1. Again, I feel like everyone's gonna have a different list for why they put the seasons where they do. But for me, season 1 goes in second place. It's perfect, don't get me wrong. But again, season 2 I feel like it's perfect as well. If I had to rate season 1, I give it an A+. And moving on into first place, yeah. I think I kind of like mix season 1, season 2 because I feel like they're both great. They're both like perfect. They're both a masterclass at what they do. But I feel like season 2 creates that dread that it's more intense because it's kind of like a slow. It's a lot slower, and there's just higher stakes to this survival drama. Because we see Ji-hun as he's haunted by his trauma and driven by a thirst for justice and trying to end these games and find with the first few episodes being him trying to find the guy who plays Dutchy with the people he tries to recruit, and then the whole like rock paper scissors like Russian roulette game that was just so intense. Probably like my favorite scene throughout the whole show. That whole sequence was just so unsettling, intense, and it's like it's so dark, and because it's not in the games where everything, all the colors are bright and everything. It's basically the same thing as that, but we see it in a real life scenario where they're not in the games, and you basically see like how dark it truly is without the contrast of the bright colors with the blood and the violence. Like it's one and the same at the end of the day. And we see Ji-hun infiltrate the games, playing it a second time, and this time he's helping out Jun-ho, who's the detective, and is the brother of the frontman who got shot in the first season. And then we also see the frontman disguised as Player One without anyone knowing he's the front man, and basically manipulates events from inside the game, forming a bond with Ji-hun before betraying him by the end, killing his best friend, and at that time not even knowing that it's Player One. And then we get new characters. I feel like the characters in season 2 are a lot better, probably because it's a lot slower and we're able to get to know them a lot better, like better character development in my opinion, with Ji-hun, who is the pregnant girl who I've rooted for ever since the beginning. The crypto scammer Myung-ji, I think his name is, hate him, like I mentioned before. And then the transgender ex-soldier Hyungju, I think her name is. I think it's Hyungju. And then also we get to see another side of the story with the North Korean defector, No-yul, I think her name is, who works as a mask guard and like helps to save one of the contestants that she knows, which adds just a layer of complexity and adds more emotional stakes to the story. And I just feel like the season expands the world a lot more than the other 2 seasons as well. Just a lot more things that I think season 2 does a lot better than season 1 and 3. Just like the slow burn tension that then turns into like the explosive action, which just makes you entertained, and it just feels overall more satisfying at the end of the day. So I give season 2 a definite A++. I think season 1 is A+, and then season 3 is A-. I think that's how I'm going to do them. They're all like really high rated in my opinion, and yeah. Let me know what you thought about Squid Games down below. Do you think there's going to be a spin-off like the American Squid Games? I see theories about that around. I hope they do it. I think this is an opportunity to expand this franchise, this universe, and I feel like, and if they do it, do you think they should bring back any of the characters? I don't think they should. I think they should just keep those characters in the series, just do a spin-off where we see like the American Squid Games or something like that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and join the Gremlins. Turn post notifications on to get notified when I do post again. Let me know what other series and movies you'd like to see me review and watch. I am planning some things later in the months to come. Next week, I plan to do I Know What You Did Last Summer ranking for the new movie that's coming out. I haven't seen any of the movies, so That's going to be interesting to go and watch those movies that I haven't seen before, but I know they're highly loved and like valued in the horror community. So I'm really excited to go and watch those. And let me know some feedback. Let me know what I can work on. What uh, leave me some constructive feedback. What I can work on. Some things I'm doing right. Some I'm doing wrong. Just so I can be better for you guys. And all my socials will be down in the description below. I have my Blue Sky, my TikTok, and my Instagram down there. So if you'd like to follow me, all my socials, those will be down in the description below. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy, and check out Squid Games on Netflix right now.